What is going on, everybody? It is Training Tip Tuesday here with your Daily Pocket Trainer. I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Just a side note, I know I'm supposed to do it in the beginning of these. Like, subscribe, click the button below so as I start to post more videos, workout tips, different movements, things like that, nutrition guides, you don't miss a thing. Follow me on Instagram at jhaigtrainhard. My Facebook is Joshua Haig Performance and Fitness. So without any further ado, we, over on my Instagram channel, briefly hit on supplementation and why to do it and whatnot. But I want to go in depth about at least the first building block today and why you should or shouldn't be doing it. And with that, the first building block, as everyone knows, is protein. So we need to, first things first, clarify that you need to be dieting properly. You need to be eating clean sources of protein, high quality fats, and good complex carbs. Once those three things are achieved, then we can talk about supplementation. Now, I always turn to actually BCAAs, and I love BCA 5000, tastes good, simple, and it's clean. There's not a lot of extra bullshit in it. I always turn to BCAAs first and foremost. While everyone thinks protein is the God building block, BCAAs are actually what kickstart the process of protein synthesis and actually really help you start to heal. A lot of the times they're missed in most supplements, or people don't understand that they should be using them. So I always start with BCAAs. Even if I'm not taking protein, I'm always taking BCAAs in some form. With that being said, now we talk about protein. Now, there are three really main types of, I'll say, protein sources. Well, it's actually 7 types of sources, and I'll say 3 different breakdowns of protein. We have protein concentrates, isolates, and hydrosylates. Now, when we talk about concentrates, these are different ratios of protein that are sourced from different, concepts, so to speak. Concentrates are going to be 60 to 80% protein. They're going to have 20 to 40% makeup of fats and carbohydrates. So you'll see different supplements that are out there, and it'll be like whey concentrate. You know, it might be, a brand, Gold Standard whey protein, might be a whey concentrate. So this means that in that jug, when you're taking your scoops, let's say I take 2 scoops and it says 50 grams of protein. Well, 60 to 80% of that is protein, and 20 to 40% of that is carbs and fat. You need to understand that. When we talk about isolates, we're gonna say 90 to 95% protein. So when I take my 2 scoops of protein, of that protein, it's 90 to 95% protein. And finally, we have hydrosylates. Now, hydrosylates are a little bit different. In heating with different fats and different enzymes, it breaks down the amino acid bonds that are kind of in that protein. And basically, hydrosylates are going to be absorbed more quickly. The ratios really only matter for what you're trying to do. If I'm going to look to bulk, if I'm going to look to get strength gains, I need carbohydrates and fats more so than just a straight clean source of protein, right? So I'm going to take a concentrate. If I'm looking more so to cut or lean out and I need perfect clean protein, I'm going to take an isolate. Does that make sense? Right? So there's definitely a discrepancy between either. Now, we talk about sources of protein, and this is really, really important. We have whey, casein, egg, pea, hemp, brown rice, and then a mixed plant-based protein. Each of these doing something different. Just follow along with me. I'm going to break them each down in a very simplified form. This is how I would talk to my clients. I'm trying to know the science so you can just get the basic answer. When we talk about whey, this is going to be derived from milk. It's quickly digested. It takes about 2 hours to digest, and it has a really high amino profile. Aminos, our BCAAs, are really key, right? So we want whey protein. If you're not lactose intolerant and you can handle whey, we want whey protein. This is going to be that quick absorb when they say take it 2 hours after the workout, bam, you take your whey protein. Casein protein now, also derived from milk. It forms a gel when it goes through the digestion process, when it hits the stomach. In turn, it takes about 6 hours to break down within the system. This is going to be a long, slow digestion. A lot of the times, different programs, nutritionists, whatnot, they'll have you take casein at night because it's going to curb that hunger. It's going to make you feel satiated, and it's going to give you a long, slow burn of protein in the system, right? Next, we go on to egg. Egg is going to be the highest protein source, highest protein digestibility, and it has a great source of aminos. Egg we can get as a supplemented form, as well as I'm eating whole eggs in a frying pan, right? Pea, this is going to be great for your vegans, vegetarians, or those with allergies, like I had said, lactose intolerant. This has high fibers and also a high BCA profile. The digestion times aren't as important with that. Really, if you're looking for timing of proteins, you're taking whey and casein. Next, we have hemp. This just recently came out. Really high omega-3 fatty acids, as well as that amino profile as well. Mind you that each of these protein sources, while I'm saying they have a high amino profile, it's not enough aminos that you source from eating. So if I'm eating a piece of steak, I don't source enough aminos. I have to take it from an outside source. Does that make sense? So there's this misconception that if I eat everything, I'm going to get all that I need. I believe that you can eat full protein sources, all of the fats you need, all the carbs. I don't believe in supplementation. It is a must. However, when we're pushing ourselves, we're performance athletes, we're trying to get better in the day, we need a little bit extra help. That's where the supplementation comes in. It's that little extra boost at the end of the road, right? Next, we're going to have two sources of protein. They're the last two on the list, number 6 and 7, and these are not complete protein sources. So that means they don't have all the aminos, and specifically lysine is the big one that I've come across in my research, and that's the brown rice as well as the mixed plant protein. Now, these are still great to take. They're going to be a good source of protein, but it's not a complete protein. A complete protein has everything you need. Now, of those 7, what do I take? I'm always asked this. Most of the time, I am not looking to be cut. I'm a performance athlete. I always have been. I was a professional. I am looking to push weight. I'm looking to run fast. I'm looking to jump high. I combine these for different reasons. So that's actually why I have the supplement stack sitting here. I love Rivalis Promacil. Promacil. It has it's a multi-source protein, so it has 8 different versions of whey, casein, and egg-based proteins. So I've got whey concentrates, I've got whey isolates, I also have hydrosylates in there. I have casein isolates. Micellar casein and hydrosylates. That was my fault. As well as egg-based as well. I find that each of these protein sources reacts a little bit differently within my body. I feel different. If I take just protein, just whey protein versus just casein protein, I feel different. And I've taken each of them, done stacks, and tried combining different ones. I personally love something that has it all combined in one, great BCA profile, things like that. I look for, I'm not going to say a bang for your buck, because you sometimes get into trouble with that. A lot of the time, supplement companies will put in different fillers and artificial things to kind of boost their product, to make it bigger, to give you more, whatever it is. I like very basic. I look on the label, I know exactly what's in it. This is just protein, and I know what my protein sources are, right? You wouldn't trust something that didn't look like meat, correct? The same thing goes with your protein source, complex carbohydrate source, anything like that. So just an overview, we have concentrates, isolates, and hydrosylates. We need to know which one we're looking for. What are your goals? That's what this all comes down to. Are you looking to bulk? Are you looking to cut? Are you looking for a performance aspect? Depending on what you're trying to do, that's what you're going to take. From there, we have whey, casein, egg, pea, hemp, brown rice, and mixed plant protein. If I'm going to recommend something to anybody, I'm always going to say whey and casein. If you're not lactose intolerant, you're not a vegetarian, you're not a vegan, things like that, whey and casein. They're going to cover the most bases. You're not going to have to worry about too much. and look for something that has them combined. I've taken Dymatize before. I absolutely love Dymatize. I was on their mass gainer while I played. Absolutely love it. And now I found Promosil. Yeah. So I hope that helped out, guys. This has just been a little blurb. I am around for questions. Reach out to me if this intrigued you. Again, like and subscribe. Jay Haig Train Hard. And until next time, guys, have a great Tuesday.